folks, how you doing? Capt Mark here, Kid Coach Cheese Outdoors. Welcome back, or if you're new, please consider subscribing. Alright, we do how-to fishing videos. We fish with local captains, do a lot of different stuff, alright? Basically, it has to do with fishing in the Northeast up here, okay? So today's episode is a great episode for the mere fact that we have the inventor of TIDAILTAILS, the man right there, who pioneered jigging blackfish, alright? He makes these things, and they're called banana jigs. And they are by far the best thing out there, right? When it comes to jigging blackfish, shallow water, okay? We're gonna go into that. John Knight's his name. He's out of New Rochelle. We paid him a visit the other day, and he's gonna tell us how to fish these jigs. It's slightly different than regular conventional fishing blackfish, all right? So stay tuned. Here comes John right now. He's gonna give you a walkthrough of how to fish these rigs.
Now, I got fish over there, but I can't get close. Rob, go over by the refrigerator. So I will take this and I will actually pitch it up into the rocks and then just hold this way and then I'll watch the line. Right now the crab's actually crawling around the rocks. Blackfish comes along and sees him, eats the crab, and you see the line going. So I just reel down and set it. Actually, might even have a fish here, Mark. There we go. So now, if you look at the tip of the rod, the tip's going bang, 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 right? Big blackfish. And you just reel down. There it is. Oh my God.
Yeah. I can't believe there's a blackfish. I can't believe there's a blackfish in this place.
Oh no, it's a tile fish.
So you feel the fish?
Feel the fish lift. I feel the fish. It's up under my arm. Once I feel the weight of that blackfish, it's just a matter of reeling down slow, lift, and up out of the rocks. Oh, a nice fish.
That's another nice tile fish. This is amazing here. Yeah. And there's a KON sticker right there that I snubbed it. Spin setups is what you usually use?
Yes. Light tackle spin. You don't want to go too light because catching fish all day on a light tip. This is actually a nice rod, the Eldridge Stick Tiger. When you lift on them and you have that 10, 12, 15, 18 pound blackfish, you want to be able to keep them up there. Yeah. You don't want that rod bending over like a noodle. Right? And he's going to hit the rocks again and then you're like, bye. So medium heavy, 10 to 17, 10 to 25, 12 to 25, in that area is a really good rod to use.
What's different between your jig and the other jigs? In other words, the lead, the hooks.
The lead is pure lead. We don't buy junk lead. No wheel weights, no window sashes. Right? It's pure, 99% pure lead. Right? They weigh what they're supposed to. All right? They paint nice. The paint actually sticks to really good lead instead of antimony lead where it peels off, cracks, chips. All right? So we try to do everything we can to keep this thing intact so that your fishing days remain the same all the time.
All right, folks, so there you have it, from the horse's mouth, all right? Key things to remember with this blackfish jigging, and I recommend seriously everybody go out there and give it a shot, all right? I'm not saying, hey, put a gun to your head and go buy tail jigs, but I'm going to tell you one thing. I do not endorse anything that's garbage, all right? These things are crazy how he makes these things. I'm trying to think how many freaking layers of paint he's got. How many layers?
There's 7 different colors in the blackfish jig.
Just one jig has
and it's called Craggy to match the bottom.
That's ridiculous. One little freaking thing here has 7 different layers of paint and clear coat on, all right? These things are phenomenal. They don't break down. Take a quick peek at these other jigs here. I'm not talking junk about these guys. However, apples to apples, you're not getting them. So take a peek at it. Go buy one of these at least and go see the quality you get, all right? Another key element about this too is the 3X hooks, all right? John puts 3X hooks onto these TIDAILTAIL jigs, and you saw it earlier in the video. He recommends 40-pound braid and 40-pound monofilament. Chubby Kid does 30 and 30, but do what he says, all right? The key also that he brings a good point is you want to get a rod, and the rods in those specs, the 10 to 15, 10 to 22, all that, those rods that he specified earlier, but you want to have that long butt. That long butt now will give you that leverage to bring that fish up and reel down, all right? If you don't, you're going to have to be able to do it with your wrist, and it's very difficult to do, especially when you get a big fish on, all right? So again, you're going to have that rod tip down. Key element here is do not react to those bites. Wait till you feel a tug on that thing, a real good pull on it, and then he wants you to reel down and reel, and lift up, all right? You're not setting the hook on these things. That's a big difference about doing old school conventional 3-way to get those fish, or the high-lows, whatever you want to do. Jigging is just a little bit different. Key thing is you want to have that rod tip down here. You don't want that rod tip up here and all you have a hook set is a little hook set. You want that rod tip almost touching the water. You're going to feel that Blackfish kind of pull down on it, jig. When he pulls good, you're just going to reel and lift up. Your 40-pound test is going to be able to pull that fish right up out of the structure, and that's when you keep that rod tip up and then reel him up. All right. Once you get that fish up, he's yours. All right. And the key thing here is that you're not using anything sloppy. You're not using a sloppy stick, and you're not using crappy jigs where you're going to straighten the hook out on the fish. All right. That's one of the key things about TIDAILTAILS. I just dig it.
Groovy, baby.
John reached out to me, sent me some stuff to look at. I love this stuff. If I didn't, I would definitely not endorse it on Coach Cheese Outdoors, because you know me, in case of DJ. Alright, great tips though John has. Alright, you want to be cognizant of your line. If it's going to start moving, I mean somebody's walking away with your crab. Alright, that's when you're going to start reeling down, and just if you feel a weight, say hello to it. Or second, you'll just feel that striking, and you'll feel like it kind of tug down on it. Then you're going to reel up, lift up. When you have that fish up, just say hello, like a little tap. Say hello to him again. That's what I do. I don't think it's really necessary. These freaking things are so lazy sharp, it's ridiculous. So once you set them up, but I always tell my customers, just say hello one more time. Just give them a good blast. It's not going to do anything. A blackfish's mouth is really tough. So when you set hooking them, you basically have that fish hooked up. All right, so again, key elements here is don't use a wussy rod. Don't use wussy tackle. You're dealing with blackfish here, right? So no matter what, you can pull into a freaking 15-pound in shallow water. This is all shallow water stuff. So you can get into a north of 15-pound fish. So you want to be able to have the tackle and the gear to take care of that. So be cognizant of that. Get whatever you guys want. John says he recommends 40 to 40-pound fluoro for that. John doesn't do a snap swoop to the head, and I dig that. All right. The only thing, especially if you know you're in a certain shallow depth, you're not going to have to keep switching out weights. All right. What I want to show you here is I'm going to show you really quickly. I call it the rappel knot. It's basically gives a loop at the head so the jig just kind of moves freely. Let's see if I can do that here. This is 30-pound high seas quattro. This is not what we're going to use. Again, we're going to use 30-pound or 40-pound fluorocarbon. All right. So let me zoom this thing in. So that's our title tail right there. This is a 30 or 40-pound fluorocarbon. I'm going to start off with a overhand knot. Anybody can do that. Tie in your shoes. Go through the lines of bat here. Alright, so there we go. We got the loop knot. We went through the eye of the hook. And then we're going to come through. As we come out of the eye of the hook, we're going to go right through our loop. So here we go. We're going to go through that loop. I'm going to drag that guy up. So that's it, going through the loop. You guys can see that, I guess. And then basically what we're going to do is we're going to take this guy and wrap it 4 times around the main line. 2, 3, 4. We're going to control it. We're going to take that tag end, what we just wrapped, and we're going to find that loop hole again. Alright, so there's the hole that we had. We're going to take this line, go right through it. We're going to cinch down on it. Cinch down on it. And pull. Alright, so that's it. Now I'm just going to take the main line, wet it, and pull as tight as I can. Alright, you can make this loop a little smaller like I said, but I don't. That's perfect here. I'm going to take the tag end now. Let's snip it. And that's it. Alright, there's your leader. There's your rappel knot. Alright, so that's nothing crazy. That knot will take you 2 seconds to tie. It's the rappel knot. Again, fish hits it, boom, sets him up, and she goes to heaven. Alright folks, just when you thought it was over, it's not over, alright? John Knight, TIDAILTAILS, is giving away a care package here, alright, of all these TIDAILTAILs right here. For a KON viewer, the generosity is off the hook right now. All you have to do is, John's got a bunch of grandkids, they're going to read your comments and look below and say, hey, this is the guy I want. So you could either put good things down in the comments, or you can put bad things in the comments. But something tells me his grandkids aren't going to be picking you if you put bad things down there, right? So make sure you comment and like the video. If you guys consider subscribing, you get videos every Tuesday. But more importantly, put something down there, because these kids are going to be looking at the comments by September 4th of 2017. That will be done, so don't have to respond after that. The boys will pick out the winner of the care package. It's going to be a bunch of TIDAILTAILS and KON stickers, alright? Yeah, KON stickers. They're priceless. As a matter of fact, I was out the other day fishing, and the OG KON man right there, Derek, sees me out there, pulls up on the side of me. He goes, yo, kid, you got any KON stickers? Of course I do. Not only did I give him KON stickers, threw him a couple of cigars. Yes, big. So if you see the kid out there fishing, come say hello. Alright, I may have a KON sticker, I may not. Or I may put one over the bow, right? Alright, thanks for watching KON Cheese Outdoors. Johnny, any other things you want to say?
Don't match the crab. You want the fish to hit the crab, not the jig.
Well, That's good advice. I make sure they go after the crab, not the jig. Que se deixe, man, the mooch. Thanks for watching Kid Cochise Outdoors. Chubby Kid, he's gotta go. Hey folks, thanks for watching Kid Cochise Outdoors. Be sure to subscribe if you like, and comment below to win the Tailtail prize. And remember, it's not a Tailtails unless it says Tailtails on the package.
What?